so expecting a lot. Should be an excellent contest.
Jamaica College against Holy Trinity High. And both teams, they've met in a championship final before. And that was, of course, in the Flow Super Cup a couple years ago, with Jamaica College coming out on top at Sabina Park. So these two, they're very familiar with each other, especially over the past few seasons, with Holy Trinity rising in the rankings, really.
Yeah, Holy Trinity have done well the last 2 or so seasons.
We pause for the playing of the national anthem. So we're just moments away from the kickoff as both teams greet each other.
And there we see the 4 officials for the game. Malika Reed, who we've seen quite a few times this season, he'll be the man in the middle. Oyinko McTaggart, the man far left of your screen. He's the first assistant. Rolando Bennett and Nerissa Golson complete the 4 in their yellow tops for this afternoon's game. But Holy Trinity should be a confident team. They won their zone, coming in here on the back of good performances over the last few years. 2014 was the year they went to the Super Cup final. They lost by 2-0 to this JC team as well. Well, same school JC, slightly different players. And there is the captains going through the formalities.
Keane Robinson of Jamaica College and Jabari Howell of Holy Trinity High as the referees meet for the final time. This is a lineup for Jamaica College. Talk about the championship team. Kajay Johnson, Shavani Willis, Delverine Simpson, Javoy Belnavis, O'Keane Robinson, the captain, Tevin Rochester, Donovan Dawkins, Dwayne Williams, Johnny Talbert, Ronaldo Brown, and Malik Howell. They are going to be missing Tyreek McGee today, although he's listed on the bench. He's recovering from a groin injury. Of course, they're coached by Miguel Coley.
Orlando Brown also on the bench, otherwise known as Messi, the number 12. So interesting stuff.
This is Holy Trinity. Kevon Ricketts is in goal. In front of him, Sudan Samuels, Ronaldinho Rousseau, Fabrizio Burton, Dante Green, Shemar Farmer, Philip Greaves, Kadeem Crooks, Jabari Howell, Dylan McCannis, and Shea Smith. They're coached by Devon Anderson. Of course, their starting keeper is injured for today, so
Kevon
he'll be
Ricketts
missed.
between the sticks, yeah. Big difference for them. Look out for Howell and certainly Smith, the number 10 for Holy Trinity. JC quality all over the park. And Donovan Dawkins in the lineup this afternoon was the scorer of the goal that won the Manning Cup for JC last season.
Yeah.
And a moment of prayer for some of the players. A lot of quality in this JC team. Probably the deepest squad in schoolboy football. JC, they've been boasting that for maybe the last 3 seasons.
Well,
Here they are.
Get the game on the way here at the Constant Spring playing field. And both these teams eager to start well. Holy Trinity, though, with the possession through Dwayne Williams. Williams lost it out to Farmer, but he's doing battle still. But Jamaica College playing it around in their own defensive third. And Jamaica College unable to get out of their own half properly, and Holy Trinity will have the possession. Holy Trinity, in this case, the team without the pedigree, so to speak. Jamaica College, of course, they've only won 2 walk-up titles, and here they come pumping the ball forward. This is Dwayne Williams. Belnavis.
Yeah, certainly the Dark Blues, a team with pedigree. Of course, Holy Trinity, no titles to their name in schoolboy football just yet. JC with quite a few. 27 Manning Cups, 2 Walker Cups. Have not been dominant in this format of the game, knockout format.
For the Trinity, though, they have been a rising force over the past few years.
Jamaica College also have won the Super Cup on one occasion. That came against Holy Trinity, as we mentioned, 2-0. So and that's a knockout fixture.
And what a treat they were that year, Holy Trinity. And they've been really consistent. That's Miguel Coley, the head coach of Jamaica College.
National.
At one stage, we could take out the college.
Yeah.
Both teams just trying to settle down in the opening stages of this contest. Jamaica College and Holy Trinity. Whether Holy Trinity will need divine intervention remains to be seen. Jamaica College now on the ball. Beautiful movement. Needs a good cross inside the box. Still an opportunity for JC as Holy Trinity unable to clear properly. Malik Howell with the effort on target that was charged down. Here's a cross to the edge of the box. Shea Smith, well, there's a whistle on the play. There's a whistle on the play there. The challenge coming in. It's a free kick to Holy Trinity.
Wasted pass on that occasion.
Dwayne Williams on the ball. Dribbling between a couple of players. The pass to, well, was looking for the foul on that occasion, Tevin Rochester.
Formerly of Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Rochester, he was that danger man in that 2014 Holy Trinity team. They will know him very well. He has put on a little bit of body. There he is, Tevin Rochester. He's been in and out of the JC team this year, but certainly a quality midfielder. Expect JC to control the middle of the park. Holy Trinity, in the matches we've seen with them, they have defended very well. They have been defensively sound in terms of their communication. Burton and Rousseau, the main centre backs, and they will need to be excellent against this JC attack.
Belnavis looking for the return pass. Well, no further left is Williams. Back to Belnavis. Sends this one high inside the box. And the shot coming from just outside the box. It's well wide.
That was Dawkins. coach Devon Anderson. He was around in that 2014 team. He was a coach of that team as well. Been coaching the team for the last 5 years at Devon Anderson. So he's really put together a solid unit of Holy Trinity youngsters. And they have been pretty consistent in the last 3 years.
Topped the table this season ahead of Charlie Smith.
There we see Dwayne Williams, formerly of Manchester. Standout player last season for Manchester. And he scored 3 goals this season so far for Jamaica College. Scored in the opening fixture.
Both teams still trying
against
to
Stats.
both teams still trying to settle down here. Here's Jamaica College trying to get a move on things. Bill Davis on the ball now. This is Joaquin Robinson, the captain. Robinson looking for some options, decide to go on a little bit of a run. Finds Williams. Williams has some space, but that's probably because he was outside by some distance.
I was about to say what a splitting pass that was from Joaquin Robinson. Good acceleration and then the through pass, but illegal. That's Dwayne Williams again, former Manchester man. They will have to do well to break down this defense of Holy Trinity, who have been pretty good, pretty well organized, well coached.
Yeah.
And this is their danger man here, Shea Smith.
Smith on the ball.
Very tricky player, Smith. Has already scored 5 goals this season. And generally, the attack for Holy Trinity teams to go through Howell and himself. Howell on the left-hand side and then to Smith. And look out for those 2 players. They both have 5 goals apiece.
This game so far not as open as the start of the previous encounter between Haile Selassie and Excelsior. Both teams pretty cautious. It's a free kick to Holy Trinity inside the own half. Nothing much to write home about so far. Heading towards the 10th minute of play. Fabrizio Burton with the long kick. Donovan Dawkins. Well, if you want to look at a utility player, he would be one. Knows how to play right back in the middle of the park, front. Donovan Dawkins.
Former on the 17 representative, national representative Donovan Dawkins. Looked very heavy at the start of the season. It's like he's finally shed a few.
Here's Holy Trinity. Dylan McKennis on it. McKennis plays it forward. Beautiful movement. The keeper had to come out and make himself big. KJ Johnson. Well, was it Smith trying to get on the end of that one? It was.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Good move from Holy Trinity. We spoke about Smith's quality and he almost got by Johnson on that occasion. Looking to the throw it around him. Johnson did well though. And first warning signs for Jamaica College.
Have they now begun to settle, Holy Trinity? Such a talented unit. That's the captain, Jabari Howell. That's Malik Howell.
Went to Manchester City last year on the fast track program they call it.
Yeah.
Was select.
Tariq McGee is also going, as well as a young Paige Sinclair.
Yeah.
Both players on the bench for Jamaica College this afternoon.
Howell was last year's representative, said it was an excellent experience, Howell. Learned a lot.
The shot coming in from distance it's well wide.
Just a kickstart program, not fast track. I got my words mixed up.
And probably the sport.
Malik Howell, who play in the right back position for Jamaica College.
So 10 minutes gone. Jamaica College nil, Holy Trinity nil. JC on the attack now. Williams decides to cut inside, almost lost his balance there. Finds Robinson, the skipper. Robinson sends it wide to Belnavis. Belnavis was offside. A little bit disappointing because you're wide and you're on the flank. You should know whether you've breached the offside trap. Just a little bit too eager on that occasion, Belnavis.
Yeah, should have held a run. That is Ronaldo Brown there. Ronaldo Brown, experienced player in the JC lineup. Not been producing as much as has been expected of him the last 2 years. I think he's been doing better this year. In fact, started out on the bench this season, and I think maybe that message that was sent helped him to elevate his play. And he's been a lot better this season. Scored, I think, the winner in 2013 for Jamaica College, so he's in this 3-2 victory over Wolmer's Boys 2013, so he's been around a while. Ronaldo Brown.
Beautiful movement between Williams and Belnavis again. He has some speed, but he's not that fast. It's put into touch though. It's going to be a throw into Jamaica College. Robinson, Belnavis sends this one inside the box, not cleared properly. The keeper having some work to do and bailed out there by Fabrizio Burton.
That's Rochester making himself a nuisance inside the box. That wasn't a good clear from Burton on that occasion. Maybe that was a foul from Williams as well. Referee didn't call it, but I thought he was leaning in on the goalkeeper. Ricketts.
Corner kick to Jamaica College. What can they do with this effort? This one looks to be a good one. Holy Trinity still not able to clear. A shot coming in is blocked, charged down in fact by the captain Jabari Howell, doing some defensive work for Holy Trinity.
Almost
The
looked
shot
like he
coming
took
in
that
from
one
Rochester.
It almost looked like he took that one in the face. So and then he was just up on a boat right away. Well,
It's another day at the office for him.
took the punch like a boxer.
There you go. Donovan Dawkins back there doing some defensive work for JC.
Well, as he mentioned, he is versatile.
Very.
He's on the left side now, Donovan Dawkins. He'll soon come into his picture. But here's a number 8 for Holy Trinity. That's the likes of Philip Greaves. There is Ronaldo Brown, who we spoke about a little bit earlier. Can he produce that quality that we have seen? Formerly of Holy Trinity. That's a long time ago, though.
Talbot sends this one long to, is that Dawkins really? Sends it across and you get the corner kick.
Corner to Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity, of course, won their zone this season, Group E. Topped it with 19 points, 6 wins from 8 games, and 1 loss and 1 draw, scoring 15 goals in that time. 12 out of those 15 came from players. The other 3 were awarded for no-show. I think it was Mona High. No, it wasn't actually a no-show. I think Mona High was for a lack of field preparation, and they conceded the 3 points and 3 goals. So Holy Trinity topping their group ahead of Charlie Smith.
They have to do some defensive work now as JC with another corner kick heads go up at the back post. But the dark blue still with the possession. Oh, he goes all the way through. The keeper makes a save, but he can't keep it out totally. And JC with the lead to Duhaney Williams. Defense splitting pass. Holy Trinity couldn't clear at all. And Williams was there to pounce. And the True Blues, they take the lead. It's 1-0.
Well, reserve goalkeeper Kevon Ricketts, not the start he would have been looking for, having been forced into the lineup due to injury of the main man. And, well, doesn't do so well with that ball. Where was his defense, though? That was poor defensive work by a Holy Trinity defense that has shown good signs so far this season. Not on this occasion. The communication was not there. And Duhaney Williams needed nothing more than that to add his 4th of the season. And JC's 1st of the afternoon.
They were just switched off. Well, here's Holy Trinity. Can they respond immediately? A challenge coming in. The referee points on the spot. Immediate reaction from Holy Trinity. They have a big chance now to equalize. Searing run down the left-hand side. And the challenge from inside the box deemed to be illegal.
And Malik Howell gives up the penalty. Picks up his 3rd yellow card, I believe, of the season, which means he will be out for the next game if JC make it through. And that was a reckless challenge. Why would he make a challenge like that? Smith was heading to the touchline, had nowhere really to go apart from maybe squaring the ball into the box, was certainly not in danger of scoring. Didn't need to make that challenge, Malik Howell, and he has given up a penalty. And that was irresponsible. Shea Smith, the danger man, as we mentioned, wins the penalty, and Howell is the man who will take it.
The captain himself spots it, seeks the equalizer now for his team, Holy Trinity. It would be the quickest of responses. Can he make it 1-1, the captain? He can't. The save made by Tajay Johnson.
What a save from Tajay Johnson, formerly of Edwin Allen. What a stop with the right hand. It wasn't that good a penalty, but he still had to make the save. And opportunity missed for Holy Trinity. Well, well, well.
JC off the hook. They still lead by a 0-0. Now they seek to get the 2nd.
JC also topped their zone. That was Group B. They topped it with 16 points. Only 6 matches played, unlike Holy Trinity, who have played 2 more. Yeah. 5 wins and a draw for Jamaica College, though, and they amassed 15 goals as well. So 15 goals for Jamaica College so far this season, just like Holy Trinity. And conceding the 3 plus 12 goal difference, but as I mentioned, JC playing 2 games less than Holy Trinity.
Well, these type of games tend to have the big moments, and it's really up to the players to see if they can capitalize on those big moments.
It would have been the perfect time to score. Just after conceding Holy Trinity, they would have gotten right back into the contest. And you could see the disappointment on Coach Anderson's face.
Bill Davis on the ball. Rochester. Long ball of field. Looking for Dylan McInnes. Didn't go too far. JC lead by a 0-0 over Holy Trinity after 20 minutes. Holy Trinity with the possession, but illegally. Shea Smith.
Man who won the penalty for Holy Trinity, Shea Smith. Very skillful player. That is Tevin Rochester, formerly of Holy Trinity. Member of that 2014 finalist squad that lost in the Super Cup to JC.
Here's JC coming forward. Howell floats his one inside the box. Heads go up! Oh, that's just brilliant! What a fantastic strike from Ronaldo Brown! He knows it's special. And Jamaica College now lead by 2-0. And are they running away now with the contest?
Well, we did say that we saw some good quality from Ronaldo Brown, stuff that he has promised throughout his footballing high school career so far, and there is a moment of quality again. That's an excellent header from Ronaldo Brown. Had a lot of work to do because the ball that came in didn't have much pace on it. He had to generate the pace and direction beyond the penalty spot almost, and that is an excellent finish from Ronaldo Brown.
We've seen some really good goals today, Chris.
Yep, certainly. And that is his third of the season, Ronaldo Brown. He shows the quality that his JC coaching staff has been asking for the last couple of years. JC double their lead.
But again, you probably have to be a little bit critical that he had so much space inside the area.
Yeah, it's been unusual in my eyes in terms of Holy Trinity's defensive work. Here we see it again.
Here comes JC and the shot taken. I think he was trying to send it across the face of goal and across the 6-yard box. But it went straight to the keeper instead, and Kevon Ricketts had to make the catch.
We spoke of the Holy Trinity defense being so well organized based on what we've seen so far this season. And it's been everything but that so far in the first 22 minutes. There's been lack of communication. There's been a lot of bundle plays. They have been out of position. They haven't rotated well. And it has cost them 2 goals so far. Not a good start defensively for Holy Trinity.
Oh, there's a clash of heads there. The referee has to stop the play for both boys to get some attention now. Hope down for Holy Trinity, and he's the only one down now.
Or is it Smith? Shea Smith.
Shea Smith.
Holy Trinity will hope that he's okay.
I follow too much cricket. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Of course, Shea Hope, the Bajan cricketer.
Yeah, West Indies representative as well. They're busy with duties in the eastern side of the world at the moment, but well, I guess we're here on the eastern side of Jamaica. JC certainly enjoying a 2-0 lead at the moment. He has a lot of work to do, Coach Anderson.
Can he work his way out of this one?
His team was awarded a penalty just after they conceded their first goal, unable to convert, and then conceding another.
McInnes. Dawkins over on that far side. Flag on the play. Free kick to Jamaica College. Shea Smith already in the wars for Holy Trinity. JC on the ball. Flag goes up, offside.
must say Holy Trinity haven't had much luck against the dark blue outfit of Jamaica College over the years. Head-to-heads in the Walker Cup have ended in JC's favor each of the 2 times. 2014, JC defeated them by 2-1, then 2-0 in the Super Cup final. And in 2013, JC defeated them by 4-0.
JC with the pass inside the box. It's Rochester unable to get the shot off, or rather it was Dwayne Williams trying to get the shot off, but he was leaning back and couldn't get much power on it. Here's Belnavis now, heading towards the byline. Belnavis, good looking cross.
Too deep.
Too deep, yeah, you're right. And it goes all the way out for a throw to Holy Trinity.
Yeah, hit it too well. Holy Trinity defense, where are they? Where are they?
They just haven't turned up for duty today.
Struggling at the moment. Kadeem Crooks on the right-hand side, really being exploited.
Here's Holy Trinity now. Philip Reeves losing it. Jamaica College controlling the play. Poor pass though on that occasion from Willis.
We did expect them to control the middle of the park, not the strongest midfield, Holy Trinity. They tend to, what we've seen so far in the season is consolidate defensively and then boot it up to Smith and Howell and hope to score on the counter, but they have been poor defensively today so far.
The Holy Trinity captain is down, Jabari Howell. So that's Ronaldo Brown, the goal scorer. Scorer of the second goal. There's Howell getting some treatment.
It was Howell who missed the penalty a short while ago for Holy Trinity. Did score a penalty against Charlie Smith, which was a game winner a couple weeks ago. That was an important match. Gave Holy Trinity the lead in Group E, and they maintained that lead right throughout the first round. There he is, Howell. So unfortunately he couldn't bring out the same heroics from the spot. There's Andre Virtue, head of the Ballers Academy, formerly of JC as well.
Free kick inside the box. Big opportunity for JC to try and get a third goal. Shot coming in from Dawkins.
His brother Darren Virtue is actually on the JC coaching staff. That was Donovan Dawkins who scored the winner in the last year's Manning Cup final.
With his head.
It was of a much better quality than that. Yeah. That left-footed attempt badly skewed. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that battle that we expected from these two teams. It's been pretty much one-sided so far. Apart from that one moment of indiscretion from Malik Howell that conceded a penalty. Luckily, didn't concede a goal for JC. But it's been all JC so far in the first half an hour.
Here's Jamaica College. Ronaldo Brown. So it's going to be
a free kick.
A free kick, yeah. He was challenged outside the box on this left-hand side.
Malika Reed tried to play the advantage, yeah. Good call. There's the goalkeeper Ricketts. Not the regular man between the sticks for Holy Trinity, but had to put on his gloves today. And it's been a difficult first half for him so far.
Not that he could do anything to really stop the goals, I think. Here's a free kick just over the crossbar.
I think he was going for the back post in terms of delivery. Probably played one of those balls that you play to the back post, you hope that if it gets a touch, fine, but you hope that the keeper is thrown off and it goes into the far corner as well. tends to be a difficult area to defend when the kick goes in that area. So not bad from Ronaldo Brown, just a little bit too much elevation. Here's confirmation of the 2-0 scoreline. 17th minute and 20th minute.
McKennis on the ball. Just running out of options, but he still keeps possession.
Or is that the 25th? Sorry.
Shea Smith gets a throw, takes it quickly. Howell. And give up possession to the Trinity. Rochester. Beautiful turn there. But the pass wasn't a good one.
Did good work. Ronaldo Brown turned his defender well. Not sure he needed to make that pass. Williams, this is Dwayne Williams here, would have been on his own on that side. It was a poor pass in the end, but probably could have kept it a little longer, maybe use the space.
Malik Howell with a long ball to the edge of the box. Here's Holy Trinity. Shea Smith on it now. Bundled off the ball. And the referee calling back the play. The yellow card is coming out, actually.
Yeah, that was a little bit cynical from Willis. Silly challenge. Off the ball as well. Willis needs to maintain his discipline. Formerly of Tivoli, Willis. Played football for Boys Town as well at the club level. Shivani Willis. Versatile player for the JC unit as well. Has played up front. We saw him in the first game playing up front. He's played in the centre of the park as well, which he's playing today.
Free kick for Holy Trinity. Jabari Howell behind this. 4 players inside the box for Holy Trinity. Howell seeks to provide good service. It goes straight into the wall. What can JC do now with the possession? Slow down the play just a little bit. Their captain, Robinson, finds Rochester. Rochester is a whistle on the play, and the free kick will go in favor of Holy Trinity.
Just lacked pace there, Tevin Rochester. Very slow. It was a good ball from his captain to him, but just didn't have the legs to get him to get past the Holy Trinity defense.
Robinson. Williams. They like to rotate Jamaica College when they're attacking. So the midfielders usually swap positions when they move forward. Bill Davis on the ball.
He's done quite a bit of overlapping so far this afternoon, Bill Davis.
Willis. Malik Howell now. Howell.
He's on a
Rochester.
yellow card. Howell.
Robinson now. Trying to find Williams, intercepted, but comes back to Robinson. Jamaica College comfortable on the ball. Belnavis to Robinson. Ronaldo Brown sends it wide to Belnavis. Trying to cut it inside. And Holy Trinity with the clearance.
If that's what you call it. Wild. And
that's
then
Tyreek McGee warming up for Jamaica College. Didn't expect to see him play as Jamaica College trying to get another attack going. He's recovering from a groin injury, Tyreek McGee.
The rest should be the order of the day. Maybe he's a lot more recovered than we thought. JC with a 2-0 lead, so there's no real need for him at this point, but maybe trying to send a message to certain players on the park, telling them to lift their game. Who knows? Certainly impact player for JC McGee. Things been very easy for JC so far.
Almost too easy, actually. Robinson on the ball. Beautiful pass to Howell inside the box. First world goal. And what a finish from the young Howell, making that run. But the placement to find the far corner was indeed something to behold. And JC running away with this.
Excellent finish by Malik Howell, but what about the vision from their captain, Quinn Robinson? He's shown excellent passing ability so far. That was a beautiful ball with the left foot, and a top finish from Malik Howell, the right back. Excellent finish, good power, good placement into the far corner. Unstoppable for Ricketts. And JC with a 3-0 advantage and certainly in the driver's seat.
How can Holy Trinity respond? Can they respond? We expected a tight game. We expected a really close encounter based on what these teams offered up before.
Certainly. Matchup-wise, JC has always been getting the better of Holy Trinity. 3-0 the head-to-head.
Well, there was at one time the second round of the Manning Cup where they ended 0-0. JC and Holy Trinity.
I think that was in 2014. I think it was as well. They're wrong.
Ronaldo Brown was offside.
It was actually last year, 2015, that 0-0 draw, but it's been far from 0-0 today. And Holy Trinity haven't showed that same cohesion defensively.
Well, here's Holy Trinity trying to pull a goal back. Oh, brilliant save by Kajay Johnson.
Excellent effort on goal there. Was that from the captain Howell? No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was actually. Here it is. Good. That was heading into the back of the net. Stretched him there. And a good save by Johnson. He overstretched in the end. He's down now. Seems like he's up after 7 counts.
Yeah, he had to go full stretch to his right to make that save.
Looking rather relaxed.
Yeah, Miguel Coley.
But
knows that his team is in a comfortable position.
Yeah, but he's a taskmaster. I can tell you, Miguel Coley, he doesn't let up. Doesn't want to see his side drop the intensity at any point.
Corner kick taken short. Service inside the box. It's a decent one, but he was unable to get over it and hit that one on target for Britsia Burton.
Yeah, another bad ball in the box. A little bit too high for Burton, who is pretty tall himself, but couldn't get on top of it. One of the few times Holy Trinity have gotten into the 18-yard box of JC. It's been somewhat one-sided for the 2-time Walker Cup champions. 3-0. Wow. Holy Trinity certainly have not been exploited this way this season. Only one loss coming against Waterford in their first match of the season. They lost by a goal to 0. That's been their only loss so far.
And I think that had to do with a couple of their top name players not being registered for that game. So they certainly weren't at full strength for that opening encounter. And here's Belnavis. Williams now on it. Williams, not sure what he's trying there, but it almost ended with Dawkins.
It was a shot, but
he's going to say it's a pass. Here's Howell. Willis.
Nice pass.
Williams heading towards the byline. Williams. And,
he's looking for Ronaldo Brown.
Yeah, he was.
You see him there in the number 19 shirt. Oh, Coach Anderson, you have a lot of work to do, my friend. He still has a smile on his face, though. Hasn't had the best of luck against Jamaica College in his 5 years with Holy Trinity. In fact, he hasn't had any luck in terms of beating them. The best he has had is a draw, which came last season.
But they are getting closer, or they were before this encounter.
Well,
what can they do? Well, they have to do some defending right now. As Jamaica College, they have the corner kick. This one is at the near post, dealt with easily there. Dante Green was at that near post.
Lazy work by Smith, allowing Belnavis to get in front of him, almost winning the ball. Belnavis had the first touch, been a little bit better. And it was coming from a lot further than Smith. There we see Smith. Has not been allowed to get in stride just yet. Did win the penalty for Holy Trinity, though, which is Captain Howell missed, or it was saved, I would say, by Johnson. That's been the real only moment for Shea Smith so far.
But here's Holy Trinity. Can they pull a goal back before the halftime interval? Howell clearing. It's going to be a throw in to Holy Trinity. Just about 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Holy Trinity once more. The clearance made finally outside of their penalty box for JC. Long ball of field looking for Smith. Comes out as far as McKennis. Didn't have a lot of control there.
Yeah, felt Buckwayne Robinson coming to tackle him, and I think he just rushed the shot in the end. Holy Trinity look like they're going to make a change. Not surprised, they're 3-0 down and really not much happening for them.
Lloyd Reynolds,
I figure is going to be probably brought into a flank position to maybe try and give them some width, Holy Trinity. I wouldn't be surprised if they attack down the wing of Malik Howell, who is on a yellow card, so you probably want to pressure him a little more. Maybe they can work up a one-man advantage.
Philip Greaves is coming out for Holy Trinity.
Willis is also on a yellow card, so 2 Jamaica College players are already in the book. Early change for Holy Trinity, well, on the brink of half-time.
Just to confirm the substitution that Reynolds is on for Greaves.
Yellow card again. This time it's
Dante Green.
Dante Green. I wonder what happened there.
There's a minute added on for stoppages. Jamaica College is a comfortable 3-0 lead. Robinson, the captain, on the ball. Ronaldo Brown to Robinson. Back to Brown. Back to his skipper. Skipper decides to send this one long to the edge of the box. And no problems there on this occasion for Kevon Ricketts. And that was the last bit of action there.
Here was a yellow card. I'm not really sure why he was booked for that. There was nothing in that challenge for Dante Green, but that's all she wrote for the first half. JC comfortable and lead by 3-0 over Holy Trinity. Wow.
Didn't expect the score line. Goals coming in the 70th minute from Williams, and the 22nd minute from Brown, and in the 37th minute from Howell. And Jamaica College comfortable at the halftime break, Chris. So we're standing by from the start of this second half. What can Holy Trinity do to come back into this contest? That's the question. Well, Jamaica College are pretty eager.
They certainly need to get that man Smith involved.
So here we go, the start of the second half. Jamaica College dictated terms in that first stanza, and immediately pressing high, they have the advantage. They have the possession through Malik Howell now. Donovan Dawkins couldn't keep it in play. You mentioned before that Miguel Coley is a hard taskmaster.
He'll want his team to keep scoring. I can tell you, he won't be taking any foot off the throttle.
And you can see that their foot isn't off the gas at all.
No. They've been somewhat starved of matches so far this season, Jamaica College. Do remember that Spanish Town dropped out of their group, so their group was down to just 4 teams, so only 6 matches played for JC. Long intervals between their games as well, sometimes even up to a week and a half, so not necessarily the kind of thing that Miguel Coley would want. He likes when his team gets to play often and build a chemistry and I guess shift his players around in different positions and so on. So
even he can get to know his team a little bit better.
Correct.
I guess the other side of the argument is that they're fresh.
Well, that they would be. I know in those periods they did play quite a few practice matches as well, but of course the intensity is different when playing a practice match. There's nothing really on the line. Again, Holy Trinity have started where they left off, defending. Malik Howell will have to be careful. He's already on a yellow card, Malik Howell. Here it was, just tugging Howell. Not really sure if he needed to do that.
He really has to be careful for the rest of this game.
I'm almost sure that he will miss the next game, Malik Howell.
Here's Holy Trinity on the ball. McKennis was trying to get on the end of that one. And Howell back there doing some defending, booting that one into touch.
It was his third of the season. I think 3 yellow cards bring about a game suspension. There he is, Malik Howell. Scorer of the 3rd goal for JC as well.
Well, done with a little bit of force, Malik Howell. Unnecessary, I think.
So 3-0 to JC, just waiting on the ball to return. Of course, another one. That's a KC supporter there, Craig Davis. Former Kingston College man.
Cole bangs this one upfield. Ronaldo Brown trying to turn on his marker. But here comes JC through Rochester. Rochester probably needs some help. Losing possession.
Hasn't had the same influence playing this season for Jamaica College as he did with Holy Trinity a couple of years ago. Tevin Rochester sat out last year because of the transfer. Not sure how much good that did him. It's a football you certainly want to be playing. Put on a little weight in that time as well.
So Coach Devon Anderson pointed that he made a couple of changes for the second half. We haven't seen anything. At least I haven't. Chris, you?
Not much. I still see them defending, but
well,
I think at the start of the half we saw Shea Smith over on the right-hand side. He had drifted wide on the right, but he's now back into the central position. So I can tell you that the quality of their passing and so on has not improved.
Ronaldo Brown trying to win this one. Is still in the thick of things, and manages to make himself a nuisance. Holy Trinity with the clearance, putting that one into touch. JC will start again from the back. No pressure being applied so far from Holy Trinity. Long ball of field and the keeper doing some work. Some good work as well, booting that one into touch.
More defensive work for Holy Trinity. Of course, by winning their group, they're automatic qualifiers for the Super Cup as well, Holy Trinity. So they'll have a lot more football to play. They're also into the second round of the Manning Cup. They will compete in Group H.
Here's JC again. A beautiful movement. Still an opportunity to try and get a good ball inside the box. Played through to Robinson. And he points to the spot, the referee. Has he?
It's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick. He's pointed to... Oh, there you go.
Glanced over his shoulder to Rolando Bennett, the second assistant. And
from an angle, it seemed as if he had pointed the spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. And no additional information from Bennett. So just realizing that all it was a goal kick. But as I said, Holy Trinity's on the defensive again.
Howell with a good-looking ball inside the box.
It's a good take as well.
From Rochester, yes. Howell with the interception. Looking for some options. This is Dawkins. Gets by one. On this mazy run before he was bundled off the ball.
Sure, and given away. Not sure if he knew where he wanted to go, Donovan Dawkins was just dribbling, but I couldn't really see a path through for him, and it shut down all the other passes available to him. Here's the captain now gone on a run.
Beautiful movement there, offside though. Is Williams.
Good skill by Quinn Robinson. There's Dwayne Williams, who formerly of Manchester High. Some scores coming in from the Costa Cup. Cornwall College are leading Petersfield by 3-0 in interzone action. Of course, Cornwall won their first encounter by 3-0 as well. Petersfield won their first encounter by 2-1, so both recording victories in their first games. Petersfield now trailing Cornwall College, who are certainly one of the favourites for the Da Costa Cup this season.
Williams with the pass to Malik Howell. Howell trying to send that one inside the penalty box, deflection, so he'll get the corner kick for JC.
JC themselves leading by 3 goals to nil. Colwyn College have been probably the most impressive team I've seen in the Costa Cup this season thus far. I think all of 12 wins under their belt already, yet to even draw a game, much less lose. Holy Trinity goalkeeper Ricketts, not a happy man at all. His team in a lot of bother.
Here's a corner kick. And, it's going to be a goal kick.
It was nailed into Ronaldo Brown.
It was.
I think his head was hurting him after he made contact with that. Holy Trinity, as we mentioned, will compete in Group H in the second round, which includes Excelsior, Jonathan Grant, and Camperdown. So that will be an interesting group. I would have to say, based on what we've seen, Excelsior would probably start as favourites for that group, but certainly no walkover teams there.
So Holy Trinity making a substitution. Nicholas Thomas is getting ready to come on, replacing Jabari Howell. So the captain off for Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity will be first hoping to try and get a goal back. And here they are on the attack. Just running out of room there just to confirm the substitution that Nicholas Thomas is on for Jabari Howell, the captain. There he is. JC making a substitution themselves. Shivani Willis is being taken out, and that's Tyreek McGee on your screens coming on to the park.
Probably their most influential player so far this season, Tyreek McGee, very talented youngster.
But he's recovering from a groin injury.
And he came on the scene last year for JC, scored a rocket at Sabina Park in the semi-final of the Super Cup.
He has some left foot.
Yeah. Here he is.
McGee.
First pass is not his best. Maybe a little bit surprised that he's been used this afternoon. Maybe they just want to test to see what level he is at.
Of course, he's one of the players will be going to Manchester, England for the Kickstart tour of Manchester City.
I'm glad you said it, Donald, because I'm not sure I had the name right again. Two players you mentioned will be going.
Yeah, Paige Sinclair is the other player from Jamaica College who will be representing Jamaica.
Following in the footsteps of Malik Howell, who went last year. JC right back. Scored so far this afternoon as well.
Hakeem Robotham is also going, as well as
Skerritt. Alik Skerritt from Excelsior, who we just saw.
Holy Trinity trying to go through a couple of players there. Shea Smith.
Yeah, of course, Skerritt and Robotham attended that with Howell, I believe it was. Those three. Skerritt, of course, of Excelsior, and Robotham of St. George's. That is Howell there on the ground. these are the goals scored so far this afternoon. Duhaney Williams with the first, Ronaldo Brown with the second, and that man Malik Howell with the third. And there the dance moves.
Malik Howell, of course, just coming back from a knee injury, so he just hobbled off just now. Getting some treatment. Well, he's coming off a knee injury, but I don't think he has an injury now. I don't think he aggravated it.
Some magic spray being applied.
Nicholas Thomas, the substitute on the ball.
Unfortunate from Holy Trinity, we haven't seen any signs of them getting back into this encounter. It's been a disappointing performance thus far from them, and that sums it up.
Pretty much. McGee. Robinson.
Other results coming in from the Da Costa Cup. Tintil, last year's beaten finalists in the Da Costa Cup, are leading Steertown by 2-0 in interzone action as well. Both teams coming off victories in their first game. 2-1 actually. Just getting the news that Steertown have actually scored. So 2-1 to Dintil in interzone action. So exciting stuff happening in the Da Costa Cup as well.
Here's JC throwing out the Brown, robbed off the ball.
Of course, the Da Costa Cups, or the rural version of the knockout competition, hasn't started yet. That's the Ben Francis, and that will be competed later on. That's the man who won JC the title last season, scoring the winner in the final against St. George's, Donovan Dawkins.
Samuels to Smith. Beautiful movement there. And, we're just playing to the gallery just now. And going to the turf real easily. Just to confirm a substitution, Stefan Green on for Kadeem Crooks. Captain needs some attention. The JC captain. The crowd here at the Concert Spring playing field would be a little bit disappointed with this second encounter. That's what most of them actually came to see.
Yeah, from a neutral's perspective, you'd certainly want a much more competitive encounter. Seems like a change is... So Malik Howell is out. In is number 12, Orlando Brown, usually a starter in the JC team. They call him Messi as well, Orlando Brown, coming from Denham Town.
A lot of transfers.
Yeah, a lot of transfers. It's a busy,
Jamaica College.
it's a busy transfer market generally. Orlando Brown is actually in sixth form, so he transferred and can play same time. There is a confirmation. Orlando Brown on for Malik Howell. Malik Howell, of course, on a yellow card. Denham Town, of course, dismissed from the Walker Cup yesterday from Bridgeport by 2-0, are the best second place team in the Manning Cup this year and will compete in the second round of the Manning Cup as well as the Super Cup. So Denham Town still doing well despite the loss of Orlando Brown. There is Tyree McGee.
Lloyd Reynolds with a kick floated high inside the box. Jamaica College with the easy clearance. Orlando Brown with his first touch wasn't the best. Now here they come, Jamaica College. Ball played upfield to Williams, now on the right-hand side. Speedy player, this Williams, inside the box, Williams. Oh, again.
Comes out to real estate.
Yeah.
But
that final touch there wasn't the best from him.
But what about the touch just before that by McGee? That one-time effort, that was good skill. Look at this. Oh, yeah. I like that kind of one-touch football. Yeah, Williams trying to maybe do a little bit too much in the end.
Cornell College now leading Petersfield by 4-0, and Petersfield isn't a team to sneeze at early. They got
to the Super Cup last year. They were dismantled by St. George's in the end, but they had a good season in the Da Costa Cup. Petersfield, they made it through to the interzone round, I think in second position in their zone. They won their first match in the interzone.
Beautiful move by McGee. The ball inside the box.
Ooh, what is that?
Not sure if that was the best option there as he tried to find Williams.
There's a player
but what an initial pass there from McGee as we look at Ronaldo Brown, who is holding his leg. But again, McGee, the ball really on a string for him.
Oh, and this was a substitute.
Yeah.
He doesn't prefer his right foot, I can tell you, Orlando Brown. Primarily a left footer. And once he cut the ball inside, he was on his weaker side, and that shows. I think he was trying to play
wonder why he didn't take the shot then.
Now you know. Jamaica College,
some attention.
Yeah, Jamaica College, they will actually take part in Group I of second round action in the Manning Cup, along with Denham Town, Hydel, and St. Jago. So Hydel, of course, the second best third place team. There is the Denham Town head coach and assistant coach taking notes, because they will play Jamaica College in round 2. So there they are.
But I suppose that they took most of the notes from the first half.
Omar Edwards, of course, in the red shirt. And Mr. Nkrumah on our left. So Denham Town doing their homework.
Not sure how much they had learned from this encounter.
Well, they learned that if they don't defend well, JC will score. And JC have put 3 behind a pretty average defensive effort by Holy Trinity this afternoon, which goes against everything we've seen from them this season. And they'll have to improve on that going forward. It's a little bit unfortunate. Of course, this is the last of our quarter-final Walker Cup encounters. Bridgeport will play KC in semi-final 1. Haile Selassie, who defeated Excelsior earlier this afternoon, they're waiting on the winner of this game, which at the moment looks like it's going to be the Dark Blues in semi-final 2.
Here's Holy Trinity through Reynolds. It's a substitute, Stefan Green. McGee. For the Trinity, they get it back. Reynolds. Sedaine Samuels couldn't get by the second defender. And now JC with the possession through Williams. Williams trying to find Ronaldo Brown, and the interception there just in time by Fabrizio Burton. There he is. Had to stick a leg out because Ronaldo Brown was running through and goal.
Yeah, good work by Burton on that occasion.
Not beating it with much enthusiasm. Still a chance here for Jamaica College. McGee finds Dawkins.
Ooh.
And that was swept up. Strong challenge coming in from Sedan Samuels.
Built like a tank, Donovan Dawkins, so you see the funny side. Ooh, aggressive challenge. Dawkins just jumps up and smiles. I'm sure he might enjoy the reciprocal.
Yeah, McInnes is going to be substituted at Dylan McInnes. Roger Welch is coming on.
Roger Welch, striker, so Holy Trinity looking to put something up front, add something to their attacking force. They clearly need goals. Just 20 minutes left in this one. They haven't even looked likely.
This one sent inside the box. Holy Trinity forced to do some defending. Rochester got a boot in up to Ronaldo Brown. Beautiful movement by Jamaica College. Has a second opportunity to put that one inside the box, but it went out for a corner kick to JC. It was Orlando Brown over on that far side.
The cross was actually from, yeah, Orlando Brown.
Corner kick to Jamaica College. They're taking their time about it. Here's a corner kick. Pretty poor in the end.
That was from McGee. There we see confirmation of the change. McInnes out, Welch in. That's Roger Welch, the striker. He will need to make an impact very quickly.
Donovan Dawkins. Williams has some space. Needs a good cross inside the box. Charge down. Gets another corner. Jamaica College.
That's Duhaney Williams there, who put in the first goal against that man, Ricketts. Ricketts having to had to be brought in this afternoon due to the groin injury to the #1 goalkeeper for Holy Trinity. And his defense did him no favors in the first half.
Went through about 4 or 5 defenders. Here's the corner kick at the near post. They'll get another. JC.
See the post office there in the background just to your left. And that purple building between the trees there is the Income Revenue Department of Constant Spring. There's Miguel Coley, head coach of Jamaica College.
And here's another corner kick at the near post. And Holy Trinity was heading it outside their box, and JC will have another throw.
Bell Navis hasn't overlapped as much in the second half as we saw in the first half. He got down the left wing of the first half quite a bit. It's not needed as much in the second half.
Was a little bit surprised, Ronaldo Brown, that he didn't get the free kick. He felt a hand to his face. But the free kick went the other way. Jay Welch gets his first bit of action.
Yeah, Welch had a glorious opportunity, I remember, against Charlie Smith, where he rounded the keeper, really good skill, and just couldn't find the left-footed attempt. Couldn't slot it home, missed it, and was distraught. And if his team are going to get back into this one, he'll certainly need to improve that finishing touch. So let's see.
Good movement there as Holy Trinity trying to move forward. The shot taken from distance is high and wide from Lloyd Reynolds.
At least we've seen an attempt. They haven't even gotten so close so far in the second half. That's Talbot there.
Hasn't been busy today.
It's on a pretty smooth day, apart from one issue early in the first half, which resulted in a penalty.
Ronaldo Brown gets some help from Dawkins. Dawkins with a good-looking cross inside the box. Big chance for JC. Comes out as far as McGee. The save made. It looked awkward from Tyreek McGee, but he managed to get some power behind it from his now famous left foot. And Kevon Ricketts had to make a really good save going down to his right.
An awkward bounce. It actually got a deflection off of the Holy Trinity player, and it bobbled in front of the goalkeeper. There you see the deflection, and almost wrong-footed the goalkeeper. Ricketts in the end did well to push it around his right upright. Tyreek McGee, talented left foot. We haven't seen any of those screamers so far this season from him.
Corner kick in the side netting.
Ronaldo Brown, the best.
He apologizes for that effort.
15,
again.
Yeah, 15 minutes to go. Another change for Holy Trinity. Well, they need to throw in the kitchen sink at this point. They need to go for everything. Number 21, Dante Green, is off.
Azek Williams.
Yeah. Azek Williams there, number 7 is on. So, of course, their starting captain, Jabari Howell, is no longer on the field as well. So, duties have been taken over by Fabrizio Burton for the moment. Holy Trinity number 4.
Well, Orlando Brown won a free kick for JC. And it's Ronaldo Brown who has spotted it over on the far side.
Yeah.
They're taking their time about this. The captain is also over there, Robinson. So it's between the left foot of Robinson or the right foot of Brown with the delivery inside the box. 4 players have lined themselves up for Jamaica College on the edge of the box. Robinson now making the 5th player, and he makes that run. Gets the ball, Robinson, but it really wasn't the best of passes inside the box. Now the shot from Rochester is well wide. They're going to continue working on that on the training ground.
Didn't make good contact. He's frustrated with himself as well.
There was a deflection apparently, so they'll get the corner kick, JC.
Wasn't happy with how he struck the ball, Rochester.
So corner kick to Jamaica College. They seek to get a 4th goal in this contest. They've sent players up. 4 players inside the box. It's a good one at the back post. The keeper there was flapping at air. And there was a touch from someone in defense, really, because they have another corner, JC.
I think it was a goalkeeper who got onto it in the end. Good pace on the cross from Ronaldo Brown. Under normal circumstances, probably too close to the goalkeeper, but good pace behind it. Whipped it in.
another corner kick to JC. And the hits go up. And that was Orlando Brown trying to get to the end of that one. Did get on to the end of that one.
Looked like a clearance.
It really did. Got a lot of head behind it.
There we see Ricketts. So just about 11 minutes to go. Still very one-sided. JC in control. Two-time winners of the Walker Cup in 2009 and 2010, Jamaica College. Another action across the island, interzone action, of course, going on in the Da Costa Cup. St. Elizabeth Technical, the defending champs, coming from behind to lead the Lennon High of Clarendon by 2-1. Both teams winning their first encounters as well, so stats up for the time being.
Orlando Brown on the left-hand side trying to get by a couple of players. And, you get the throw for JC.
Cornwall College, they have now extended their lead to 5-0 against Petersfield. So it's really a one-sided contest there. And Cornwall, very impressive so far this season. They have continued on the same wavelength. There's another change now for Jamaica College. Christopher Henry is going to come on, and Ronaldo Brown goes off. So Henry on for Brown. And I guess under normal circumstances you would have expected maybe Miguel Coley to make a lot of changes, having this lead. That there is a confirmation of the change, but I guess based on the fact that his team has been somewhat lacking or starved in terms of play, competitive matches, that he probably wants them to play as much as possible and really, you know, growing confidence as a unit.
So JC will leave us on the left-hand side. Jamaica College really in cruise control here. Henry looking for the return pass, didn't get it.
Yeah. Good all-round play by Jamaica College, spreading the ball well, sharing the ball.
Trying to put that one into Dawkins.
We've seen 3 different goal scorers for Jamaica College today. Doheny Williams with his 5th of the season. Malik Howell as well. And Ronaldo Brown. An excellent header. But the captain has been excellent as well, Queen Robinson. It was his pass that created the opportunity for Malik Howell. And here he is on the ball. He's controlled the middle of the park very well.
Yeah, he has.
Queen Robinson. Here he is. He's looking to spread the ball as well. He's marshaled that midfield very well. Lost very few in the middle of the park. And he's created a lot as well. Versatile player as well. Also the leader of this JC team.
Williams.
He's been busy as well, Williams. He's almost gifted a goal in the first half after 17 minutes to Wayne Williams, formerly of Manchester.
He's been a workhorse for Jamaica College today. As far as the MVP is concerned, it's really between Howell and Robinson in my book.
Malik Howell did give away a penalty with a reckless challenge, and he's...
I would have marked him down for that.
Yeah, certainly. He could have put his team...
Here's Dawkins trying to win that one, busting through Dawkins. Still Dawkins with the effort.
Delayed the shot, Dawkins, and that's why he didn't get it off in the end. Just as he flicked the ball through, there was an opportunity at volleyball Here he is again. Good strength from Dawkins. Heads the ball in, just there. You think that he should have probably taken the right-footed volley right here, allowed it to bounce, and then the opportunity was missed.
Yeah.
I think that he should have struck the ball after the first bounce.
It was a split second though.
Yeah, and a lot of times in football you don't get more than that. JC are going to make another change. And quick on the draw, it's Delvarine Simpson that is off, and Bennett is on. So young Bennett gets an opportunity. So yeah, I would agree with you, Donald, that Howell hasn't been bad. Gave away a penalty, did score a good goal, has worked well, but I think the leadership of Quinn Robinson and the calmness within the middle of the park has given JC a lot of authority as well, and I want to agree with you that I would give him the nod, certainly in terms of the best player here this afternoon.
Well, here's how the Trinity trying to get a consolation at this point in time, really. They have the free kick because there's a foul on Shea Smith.
He's been kept very quiet, Smith. They haven't given him any room, Jamaica College, to turn and face them and really take them on. Very skillful player. We saw him against Charlie Smith, really caused a lot of problems. Good vision as well when he's given the space. He can play in his teammates, but it's been a rough afternoon for him. He has had nothing.
There's a free kick taken. Still inside the box for Smith.
And here he is. Yet with all of that, he was the man who won the penalty. Look at that skill. Double team in the end. And had Holy Trinity, had the captain Howell converted the penalty confirmation of the man of the match, Quinn Robinson, and had Holy Trinity converted that penalty, who knows what kind of confidence that would have given them, how it would have lifted their play, as it would have been 1-1 had they scored that penalty at that time. And not even 5 minutes after that, they conceded a second goal, and that was basically it for them.
Looks as if Johnny Talbot needs some attention. They're certainly ringing the changes.
Just as we spoke about JC maybe not making too many changes, they're reeling them in now.
Norman Campbell.
Norman Campbell, who promised so much last season. Norman Campbell, young player in the squad last season, and showed glimpses of real brilliance. We thought he would have come to the fore this season. We haven't seen it so far for JC, and thought that based on what we saw last season that he would have probably been a definite starter this year, but it hasn't really worked out so for the young man.
It's a Johnny Talbot who's coming off, by the way.
Did score in the opener against St. Andrew Technical in Montego Bay, the first match of the season, but hasn't featured a lot this season. Here he is. Norman Campbell on for Johnny Talbot. Doesn't play the same role as Talbot, though. Talbot centre back, and maybe going with a three-man defensive unit at the moment. Norman Campbell certainly a midfielder.
He's trying to get to the end of this one, and immediately trying to make some waves. For the Trinity making yet another mistake. Orlando Brown on it now. JC, they don't mind starting again from the back. They're comfortably in front. With less than 2 minutes to go in this match, plus any time added on for stoppages. crowd looking to get any little entertainment that they can in the remaining few minutes.
Yeah, hasn't been much in the second half. Hasn't been much at all. No goals in the second half so far. Here we see Bennett, the substitute. Geraldine Bennett.
So time really just ticking away in this one. Jamaica College with a 3-0 lead. They're really just a couple minutes away from confirming their spot in the semi-finals of the Walker Cup, where they'll face Haile Selassie, who got the better of Excelsior High on penalties.
And the 90 minutes now complete. 3 minutes of added time to be played. Holy Trinity will be looking forward to those 3 minutes being completed. It hasn't been a good afternoon for them.
Here's Williams.
Could get worse.
Williams inside the box. Williams! It's going to be
just outside of the box.
Yeah, it's just outside the box. Yeah, it's a free kick then.
And a yellow card as well. That looks like Rousseau, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, number 5 man Rousseau. Just couldn't keep up with him. Went with a 2-footed challenge. Was always going to be a foul. I guess good place to commit the foul outside the box.
Rochester is a lone man across the ticket as we confirm the yellow card for Ronaldinho Rousseau. Probably had some dreams of becoming a striker with the first name that he has. Now marshalling the troops at the back for Holy Trinity. JC with the free kick, not the best.
Nah.
Dawkins was expecting better service from inside the box, having made his way from the right back position. Again, Mr. Utility himself.
Some interesting names as well in this Holy Trinity lineup. The likes of Fabrizio, Ronaldinho, Dante. I can tell you, if you call some of them Italian names, Portuguese, Spanish as well. Yesterday we did have the likes of Valdano and Rivaldo. So a lot of these youngsters being named after, I guess, their fathers' footballing heroes.
Robinson. Oh, first bad pass from him, yeah. I think. Holy Trinity looking a little bit eager now with a few seconds remaining, trying to get that consolation. Oh, missed kick there from Dawkins. And the shot coming in is charged down. And then the spectacular
from Welch.
Well wide from Welch, yeah.
Roger Welch, there he is.
Ending with a bit of a flurry, Holy Trinity.
So 3-0 to Jamaica College. 3 minutes of stoppage time has now been played. 93 minutes, and that's it.
Yep, at the end of 90 minutes, Jamaica College with the easy win over Holy Trinity. Miguel Coley would be fairly pleased with what his side did today, as both coaches shake hands. Devon Anderson would be a little bit disappointed with what his team did on the field of play. But it was pretty easy in the end for Jamaica College. Williams with the first strike. And he really was lucky to get on the end of that first effort. And then Brown and Howell rounding out the score. The 3 goals scoring in the first half.
Yeah, so good work by Jamaica College. This is how it all started. Duhaney Williams gifted a ball. That was, look at that defending from Holy Trinity. I'm not even sure, it almost looked like bowling pins and you just hit them down. And that was an easy finish for Duhaney Williams, who that would have been his 5th of the season. And must have wondered how he got so lucky. That was an excellent header from Ronaldo Brown, his 3rd of the season. That would have made it 2-0 for Jamaica College. Brilliant header into the far corner.
He had some space inside the box and he made use of it. Again,
we're looking at the bad marking of Holy Trinity, just allowing too much room. And then that beautiful pass from our MVP, O'Quinn Robinson, and then Malik Howell, the right back, with an excellent finish to the far corner. Again, a lot of space allowed from the Holy Trinity defenders, and Malik Howell with an excellent finish. Shawana is with our MVP. The